This tutorial from the Academic Center for Excellence will go over helpful tips for navigating StatCrunch. The first thing you'll want to do is sign into StatCrunch using your Pearson login. You can find the Sign In button in the top right corner of your screen when you first open StatCrunch. After you've signed in, you'll be at the home screen, and you can get back to the home screen at any time by clicking the StatCrunch header in the top left corner of your screen. Now we'll go over a few of the sections that StatCrunch has available on the home screen. The Data section contains data that you've saved, as well as access to any data in the Pearson database. The Groups section contains all the groups your account is linked to. If you are asked to join a group or a professor assigns you to a group for their class, this is where you'll find that information. The Results and Reports section is where you'll find all of your saved results and reports. The Reports section specifically allows you to compile data so that you don't have to sort through all of your results if you're working on a project. If you scroll down, you'll see the Help box. The Help box contains many videos and articles on various StatCrunch features and uses. There's also a YouTube channel that StatCrunch has if you need additional help. Next, we'll open a blank StatCrunch sheet. To do this, scroll back up to the top to the yellow button that says Open StatCrunch and click it. Now that we have a blank StatCrunch sheet open, we'll take a quick look at some of the tabs on the top to get a sense of what they do. The StatCrunch tab will let you sign out, view results, open a new data table, and open statcrunch.com, and this just takes you back to the home screen. We'll talk more about the Results tab in just a minute. The Data tab is where we can save the data sheet, upload data from a number of places, and share the sheet if you want to. The Stat and Graph tabs have various calculations that you can run and graphs that you can create. In the Help tab, the top 3 links will take you back to the StatCrunch help box that we saw earlier. There's also a link here that takes you directly to the StatCrunch YouTube page. Now let's go over some of the things we can put into the sheet itself. You can rename the sheet by clicking on the box on the left of the screen that currently reads Untitled. We will rename this sheet Example Sheet. You can click on any cell to type in it. To help with the organization of data, you can rename any of the var boxes to reflect the information shown in that column. Now that we have some data in here, let's go through the saving process. We'll also run a quick summary stat calculation and save it for later use. To do that, go to Stat, Summary Stats, we'll just select Column. And remember that in order to choose statistics, you can either use Control-click, Shift-click, or if you're on a Mac, Command-click to select which statistics you'd like to calculate. So in this case, we'll choose n, the mean, and the standard deviation, and we'll select Compute. There are several things that we can do with any calculation that we might run. One of them is that we can close it, then go up into StatCrunch, and you can see a little 1 has popped up here. Go down to Results, and reopen the summary stat that we just ran. You can also edit them. If you go under Options, select Edit, and select the column that you'd like to edit. Then you scroll down to Statistics. You can select another or a different set of statistics to calculate. So we'll say we want to choose range this time. Press Compute, and you can see that range is now displayed alongside standard deviation, mean, and our n value. The other thing that we can do from here is save. So if we wanted to save this particular result, we'd click on Options and we'd press Save. We would rename it, and we'll hit Save down at the bottom right corner. And you can see that the new result was saved to your My Results folder. So if we wanted to see that, we would click View, and we would be brought right to the example summary stats that we just did. In the My Results tab, this is what it looks like. Go back to the home screen. I'll navigate back to our sheet, close out of everything, and now we'll save this sheet. So what we'll do is we'll go to Data and we'll press Save. We'll enter the name that we'd like it to save under, in this case, example sheet. And you can select Save Results, so this will be your graphs, settings, any calculations that you run, and they'll save with the sheet too. Select Save, and we can now see that this new data was saved to our My Data folder. Next, we'll see how you would access saved data sheets. In order to access other data sheets, we'll first go back to the home screen. We'll go down to Data, and we'll select Data Sets. Before we use our own sheet, we'll quickly look at how to find data sheets from the Pearson database or your professors. Under Data Sets, we'll change the Limit Search To drop-down to Username. You'll enter the username given by your professor with an @germana.edu at the end and press Enter. The list of all data sets attached to the username will appear. You may also find the data set under the Groups section. In order to do that, we'll go to the home screen, we'll go into Groups, and you'll be able to search your groups in order to find the assignments that you might have. It is important to mention that when you open a data set from another source, it doesn't open the master copy. StatCrunch makes a copy for you, so you don't have to worry about editing the master document. Now we'll go into My Datasets, and we'll select our example sheet. We can see that the example sheet has been saved properly because everything is the same. You can also see that our summary stat is still here, even though we closed out of it.